What? We didn't hug yet. No. I want a stand hug. Yeah, thank you.
Would you like a Japanese sugarless peach thing?
Please.
It goes into the little compartment.
Oh,
I'll let you enjoy the
Japanese.
experience. Yeah, from Japan. One of my friends went there and they brought it back for me. I brought this for us.
Wait, is that how we're starting this? What the fuck?
We know how to start it like this.
You don't like intro your vlogs?
Nah, they already know what the fucking vibes are.
Hi everyone.
It's a phrase like, what is understood doesn't need to be said or some shit. They already know I'm a fashion icon. I don't have to say that. They already know you have a cool bucket hat. You don't have to say, hey guys, I have a cool bucket hat.
You know what's crazy? I also brought a game.
You're joking. Is it the same game?
It's like its cousin.
What's it called?
We're not really strangers.
We're not really strangers, and this one's Let's Get Deep. And they both got the red boxes. So which one should we do first?
I think yours.
Because it's just questions, right? That's all it is.
Yeah, mine is too.
It's a shame that the camera has this lower angle because then it's gonna get all this double chin and I don't have as a snatched jawline that you have. We just made a whole vlog, me and Noah, and I was talking about how like the past month or so, I was doing kind of a sugar binge.
Was it the Japanese sweet treats?
It wasn't that because that's sugar free. I was having this shit with the sugar in it. I got sick back to back to back. And when I get sick, I don't eat healthy. So I got like a cold that lasted a long time, ate like shit, fast food, crap, whatever. I got sick again. And then my third sickness was this strange illness that I told you about. And all through those sicknesses, I ate the most salty, crazy foods. And what that does is it inflames my face. And then I look like baby Grinch.
No, you don't.
Shit.
Look like baby Grinch.
I look like baby Grinch.
You're so handsome. Please stop.
Well, today I ate really good, so I'm back on my shit though.
So you feel better?
I do feel better. Well, tell me what you think I should do in this situation, because I respect your opinion. And you're in incredible shape, by the way. I really admire that, and you should be very grateful.
How do you know?
Because you get to wake up every morning and be like, wow, I'm not a fat piece of shit. I hate myself. No, I'm okay.
Didn't you go to the gym today?
I sure did.
You're doing great.
I did chest, tris, shoulders.
We skip leg day.
Leg day is Wednesday. I see you need to hit it, but
2025 is coming up. We can make some New Year's resolutions.
Oh, I'm starting right now. I have my notebook with my goals on them already. I'm done playing around.
Didn't you get a haircut too? You want to show the?
I did get a haircut.
Show the people. Ooh.
Just got faded. Sorry, the laugh kind of comes with it. Is the laugh like, does that like turn you on?
Nah.
Every time I like put this camera on, I have to do that laugh.
Why?
If I'm checking the focus, I'm like, it's just like a reaction that I have. Let's get deep for couples. I'm about to get real deep in Kolbi right now. Spiritually.
What is that?
That's the ice maker. Do you have ice at your place?
Yep.
First question.
I'm scared.
Be able to see your own future or be able to see everyone's future but your own?
Is this your game?
That's why.
That was a bad first question.
Would you rather be able to see your own future or be able to see everyone's future but your own?
My own? Is that selfish of me?
But wouldn't seeing your own future immediately change it?
Oh, Jesus. No, maybe it would just bring me closer to my future faster.
I want that question. What advice would you give yourself 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I would tell myself to triple check with my advisors because I don't know if you know this, but I was supposed to be a dentist. And
wow.
They fucked me up when I transferred schools.
Do you still want to do that?
A little part of me. What's yours?
Invest in Solana, the cryptocurrency. Invest in Bitcoin. Save even more money than I already saved and work out more. What's your most unpopular opinion?
What comes to mind post-election is that Trump is not a good person. But
I don't think that's unpopular though. Unpopular opinion. Moving in with your significant other isn't going to make your relationship better and could potentially lead to the downfall of your relationship.
Is that unpopular?
I guarantee you it is. Because like it makes sense if you have a family and kids.
You could test the waters before though.
You could try.
Would you not live with your significant other ever? Do you want to get married?
I want to be with someone. But the concept of marriage, I almost feel like even the act of getting married sometimes can kill the relationship.
Why?
Because of the concept of once the woman knows she has you and it's a done deal, the chase is over, which will then lead to the woman being less satisfied in the relationship.
So you don't want to get married because you think your woman won't be satisfied post-marriage, statistically?
I don't think.
He's like, I know.
No. I don't think I could keep a woman happy for her entire life. And they say that that's what marriage is, assuming you don't have a prenup. Marriage is betting half of your net worth that you can keep a woman happy for her entire life. And that's a bet that I don't think I would feel comfortable making.
In my viewpoint, I don't think it's the husband's responsibility to keep someone happy. I don't think humans should have the responsibility to make another person happy. Like, that's not why we're here.
You're spitting.
But I think that when you get married, it is not like a downfall of a relationship. Maybe like when prenups are involved, I know that is like that's a conflict with some couples. I don't think the marriage would separate them. If anything, I think it would bring them closer. Like, we're in this for life. Like, let's lock in.
Can't speak too much on that because it's an opinion. I don't think I necessarily have stats to back it up other than the divorce rate. But yeah, if marriages were worked, then why don't they work more often? Does that make sense?
Your parents are married?
Mm-hmm.
My parents are married.
Amazing.
Maybe it does work.
For some people.
Maybe it just takes...
Well, it works for some people.
I think what happens
Doesn't work for most.
societally is that everyone's in a rush to get married, and I think that's why it's good that the age gap is like kind of moving towards people getting married in like their 30s instead of people getting married at 22 and 23 and 24, because your brain's still developing at that point.
Yeah.
So maybe the downfall of marriages is because of, probably statistically, they used to get married at younger ages, generally. Like, my parents got married younger. And I think just like things are changing and people are like realizing that there's a lot to work through with a partner before you marry.
Yeah, that's a whole nother...
Like, people are more woke, so maybe the statistics won't prove your point in 10 years.
So you think that people would stay together more often, like the newer couples getting married now?
I would hope so, but it's really just like individualistic on if you've thought through everything before you chose your partner.
I think that the marriage rates are going to get worse because of dating apps, social media, internet.
Yeah.
If there's more options to cheat, people are going to cheat more often. Whereas back in the day, people still cheated.
I hate that idea.
It's like if there's more pizza shops open,
Yeah, you're more statistically to get pizza.
more people are going to get pizza.
Yeah, but if your wife's the parlor owner down the street, maybe you should support her business.
Well, maybe you're tired of pepperoni.
She has other flavors. She can switch it up.
Do you like pineapple on pizza? That's unpopular. Would you be willing to have horrible nightmares every night for a year if you'd be rewarded with extraordinary wealth?
Bring it on.
Horrible nightmares every night?
Horrible is crazy though.
Because I
wouldn't make
had a
it.
nightmare, like, I couldn't even remember what the fuck happened, like maybe a week ago. That was no
Very
fun.
recent. Okay, but like extremely wealthy, extraordinarily wealthy. Are we talking
For
like
1 year of bullshit.
Bezos and shit? Like, what are we talking about? Like, we talking about Elon?
I'll do it.
I think I would do it too.
Bet.
But I think I'd be cooked at the end.
Because how much do your dreams affect you? Do they affect you
Probably
deeply?
a lot.
They affect me in the
Then you
morning.
don't sleep. So maybe we wouldn't even make it.
They affect me really bad in the morning, but then I forget about that shit later in the day.
Nah, I have dreams from like my childhood that I'm still like, wow.
You want to share one of those right now?
Well, it doesn't seem scary, but I was like 4. I was born in Guam,
Oh shit, that's where Noah's family's from.
and it's not like scary to like adults, but I like went down the stairs and my family was sitting on the couch. They were just like staring. It's like, hello, like, is everyone good? And then I rounded the corner and I saw my sink and there was a hand, like a chopped off hand in the disposal, and it was like twisting.
Okay, that's terrifying.
And like, yeah. So like, if that stuck with me, would a year worth of nightmares just ruin my life? Actually, I can get rich on my own. Maybe no. Extraordinarily though.
Extraordinarily rich though.
I don't know.
The horrible nightmares. Because they didn't say just nightmares. You have plans with a friend, but on the day before, you get the opportunity to do something much more exciting.
Oof, she
What do
better
you do?
understand. She better understand. Are we talking about like her weddings tomorrow and I'm like invited on the Oprah show the day before?
Nah, it's just plans. Y'all are just...
Then you gotta understand, my girl.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, friend. I'm doing a video with Kolbi tomorrow. I would drop
Really?
everything for that, to do a video.
Would you?
Mhm. Would you accept 20 years of perfect happiness and fulfillment if it meant you would die at the end of that period? Hell no.
I'd rather struggle. For $1 million, would you be willing to never see or talk to your best friend again? In this economy, 1 million isn't even that much anymore.
For $1 million, no. Friendship is worth more than that to me. Now, $1 billion?
Yeah.
Sorry, Noah.
Oh,
I'm never hearing from you again, brother. I'm sorry.
don't you think Rob's gonna be upset that Noah's your best friend?
I have a few best friends.
How many?
I think 3. Rob, Noah, and my friend Spencer.
I think I have 4. Not to like one up you or anything.
I feel that's okay.
What slang have you picked up from me?
Nothing. I haven't picked anything up from you. Sorry.
I've picked up Australopithecus.
There we go. Not sure if that's slang, but
Is that the full word?
that is the word.
You haven't picked up. That's so silly.
Because I don't say that.
As a child, what do you think I wanted to be?
Lame ass question, different one.
Why? We were in elementary school together.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Childhood crush thing.
Yeah.
What did I think you wanted to be?
Yeah. I know what I think you wanted to be.
As a child, you wanted to be like a vet or some shit.
No, I think you're right.
Deadass?
Yeah, it was a vet.
Yeah.
And then in middle school, it changed to a dentist. And that's why I appreciate your nice smile.
Thank you. You got a nice smile.
I think as a child, you wanted to be a soccer player, like a
pro soccer player.
A pro, yeah.
What did I want to be? I actually don't think I ever wanted to be that. I think I thought that was cool. I had no clue what I wanted to be.
What do you mean?
I didn't sit there and think like, oh, I want to be a
No ambition ass.
deadass. class.
Damn.
I had no goals. I had nothing.
So when did you decide to pursue something? Middle school?
There's a quote I heard recently.
Oh, let me know it, yes.
The quote was, "The wand chooses the wizard." What does that mean to you?
That means life just throws something in your way for you to make prosperous. I'm not really doing
Absolutely
well
not.
right now.
Your passions or your purpose ends up finding you. I had a natural affinity for making YouTube videos or just videos in general. I didn't think I want to be a YouTuber or like I want to be a video creator. I just made videos, and that was something that just came to me naturally.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're sort of given gifts.
When did you start?
I was in middle school when I made videos.
Okay,
just
that's
for
actually
funsies.
very interesting. I also don't know if you know. I think you know. I'm a photographer.
I learned that.
And I also love like content creation, and that came around again when I was in college, and now because I'm in LA, I still do photography. So it's kind of like maybe that's my what did you say? My wand.
That's your wand. Like, who told you to be into photography?
No one.
There you go. We naturally have these things that we're drawn to, and that's what makes us us.
I agree.
It's like if you have a weird quirk or
Yeah.
a weird hobby or a thing that you're into, I think people shy away from that, where they feel like, oh, I'm into tacky bucket hats. Like,
You're
oh,
a little motherfucker. Like, what the fuck?
I shouldn't wear that because people are gonna think I'm weird and like
Yeah.
I need to fit into the status
Like
quo.
sunglasses inside, right?
Yeah,
Little weird.
Those weird things that you think people would make fun of you for that are weird in society are the essence of you. And those you need to lean into because that's what is gonna make you an individual. And that's what I think makes people actually like and respect you, is that you're different.
But that would also mean that I was an artist because I used to draw.
Okay.
And I used to like knit and sew. So that would also mean that maybe my calling is in different niches.
We were talking about it at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Like, I want us to paint together.
I don't know if that's my medium, but I'll try.
If you would be willing to do that for me.
I can try.
Because I do abstract. I don't do like...
You do?
Yeah, I don't do...
Oh, I'm realistic, really detailed. Probably not good now. I haven't tried in a long time. What do you draw? Like things
I don't know.
or people?
Well, I haven't done it in years.
What do you think is the hardest part of what I do for a living?
It's the consistency and it's the constant need to have to innovate and do something new. I would argue is the hardest part of your
No,
job.
I think that's absolutely correct. But it's like vice versa to you. Do you agree? And it's like constant work. Technically, you're always filming, always coming up with something new. Like,
I think so.
You have to absorb everything in culture and then just like somehow implement it into your content.
That's one of the hardest parts, and then that is coupled with feedback from your viewers. When you get to a certain size, other people's opinions start to mean more.
Oh, yeah.
So then you're like, oh wait, they don't want to see this content. Wait, and you start wanting to please other people
Yeah.
and we want this back or do this again. It's
Yeah,
like,
I feel like I'm feeling that right now. I don't know if it's the algorithm not on my side, because it was for a while. It's just hard to know what people want. So like, I guess the answer is just to do what you think is best, but it is a mental game. And also, so many people are doing like content creation and people are hopping on YouTube. Do you feel like you think about competitors, or like, do you not view it as like, do you view it as like there's a spot for everyone? It doesn't matter.
I don't know the answer to that. People would say it's oversaturated, which could be true, but I also view it as like it's limitless.
Yeah.
If you have a big channel or
Yeah.
a big viewership or big following, you always get to be there, or not always, but like, you get what I'm saying. You get sort of this place in the internet. And for the smaller people, it might be harder to get that big following, but technically speaking, there's views to go around.
Technically, yeah. You're kind of fighting for people's attention and attention spans on the internet. And I think that's what makes it hard, because then it's like, oh, I have to be captivating. Oh, I have to have a good hook. Oh, I have to have like the best content, or I won't captivate everyone's attention span. But at the same time, everyone's on the internet.
And that's what the big companies are trying to do. They're trying to keep you on your phone longer, and advertisers are paying for that.
The internet is stealing people's lives. Like, you are so attached to your phone that you can't even disconnect from reality, or like social media and TikTok and YouTube and whatever. It's such a time sucker that you like don't touch grass anymore. And I think to our earlier conversation about marriage, I think that's something also ingrained in like why things might not be working for people, because it's like they're not even in touch with reality.
I completely agree. The real world versus the internet world
Yeah.
are different things, but people view the internet world as the real world because they're on it so often.
Exactly, and I think that's scary. If we're gonna go even deeper, in the future, the future, that might be our complete reality. Did you saw the podcast with Elon, but he was like, we're gonna have like personalized robots with us in like 20 years.
I saw that.
And I just think that's so weird because it's like, will anyone even be interested in fucking touching grass, or are we gonna step outside to the future?
It's the double-edged sword of human advancement. When things get innovated and created and whatnot, other things gotta go. So there's pros to that. Like, there's no more printing press. Like, I don't think you miss the printing press. I don't think.
Yeah, but do you think it'll get to a point where we won't miss grass?
Because the people never even experience grass.
Or because it's in our VR?
Like, do you miss horse and buggy carriages?
Kinda.
Because, like, you've never been in one. Like, I'm assuming you've never really been in
You saw them around Maryland.
the Amish and shit?
Yeah, the Amish. Be like, yee.
But I think you'd rather be in your car to get to places.
I think some advancements are okay, but weird. Technically, social media and what we're in is probably a good
Thank you. There's a reason that right now a lot of people are into VHS tapes, myself included, like physical media and nostalgia and 90s and stuff. There's something beautiful about how things were done then, and they don't like the lack of character that a lot of things have now. So like the McDonald's they changed the look of their restaurant. So there's no more big golden arches, old fashioned style buildings and mailboxes with filigree and whatever. Everything's minimalist and simple and redesigned and modern, which I think is good in some circumstances, but then in others it's like, oh man, you took the character out of the item. Why do people do that? Well, because that's not in. Certain wallpapers aren't in anymore. So I don't even think I have an opinion about like AI is bad, modern stuff is bad.
It's just weird that like the little cute babies being born now will look at AI and be like, ChatGPT was a classic. Like you gotta bring it back. Like we're gonna have flying saucers and they're gonna be like, oh, remember when ChatGPT was a thing?
Yep. I wanna chat with you. Give me some PTD today. Yeah, let me fucking stop. What's the next question?
If MySpace was still a thing, what would my profile song be?
Yours would be some SZA song.
Yeah, you're right. Love her. What fast food restaurant do you think I'm most likely to drive through, and what is my order?
Damn, that's hard. You like Cane's.
Oh, I do.
And you gonna get you kind of a big back, so
yeah.
I'm gonna let you get the 3.
Not a 4.
I tried to be nice and say the 3. God damn, sis. You get the 4-piece.
Yeah.
And then do you replace the coleslaw with the Texas toast? That's what I do. We get the same order then.
And then you add an extra sauce?
Yeah, I do usually get another sauce.
What's your drink?
I normally get Sprite.
What's the first thing you noticed about me?
Damn, I don't know. It's kind of hard because there's a full thing going on. It's not just one thing. Like if you had crystal blue eyes or some shit, it'd be like, oh.
I do.
Maybe your hair. I thought it was like, damn, that's some beautiful ass hair. And I haven't seen this
in a while.
In a long time.
Yeah. I think yours initially was your height, and then you smiled and it was your smile. And I was like, oh, cute.
That's special.
Do you think I've ever checked an ex's phone for evidence? What a switch up.
You have, yeah.
You have and act like you don't.
I've done it once.
There we go. What compliment do you think I hear the most?
They like your hair.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably my only guess.
Yeah, I've been getting skin.
You do have great skin. Yeah, it's like really nice.
Well, I've been out with you and it was literally out with you and so many people were like, bro, I love your channel. Like, what's up? Like, yeah, bro, like, I love. So I think you're complimented most on like your successful YouTube, which is fire. I don't think I've said congrats. Congratulations.
Yeah, you have it. Sucks when you want to hear that from someone. They don't say it.
Quick intermission. For those that don't know, all 3 of us have just finally launched our own website. It's called mystrawberrypark.com, and we're gonna be posting a lot of exclusive content, unedited videos that we can't post on this channel because it gets demonetized, and extra vlogs, potential podcasts, exclusive merch, live calls with you guys.
Don't tell them too much because y'all.
Okay.
You have to sign up.
I
You have to go and check it out for yourself.
All I know is I see comments of people saying, I've watched every video, I can't get enough. Oh, there's more content over here.
Just say we're giving y'all more now.
So,
a lot more.
The link's down below, mystrawberrypark.com. Become a member. The family's growing over there.
Uploads are staying the same here, by the way.
And some of the uploads, we're actually gonna post early here. Could be a week, even a month before they go live on this channel.
So if y'all always want something to watch when you're eating, make sure that you become a member, because sometimes on YouTube, you already watched all the videos. They're like, I watched all the videos. I already watched all this stuff. Finally, they upload. I can eat my lunch to this now. Whole bunch of content over there. Y'all never seen a bunch of content over there. Uncensored, unfiltered, all the stuff that we can't say on YouTube.
YouTube. It's over there. Go. Back to the video.
What subject do you think I thrived in at school, and did I fail any?
You thrived in like motherfucking English, and you struggled with math.
Math is right. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm like the best at English. I think I was science.
Science you were best at.
Probably. I think you were best at social studies.
I was
And
best at art.
I forgot that was a subject.
I did AP US history and another one. The teacher was fucking plotting on me. The teacher didn't like me.
Oh, I remember.
In AP
no.
AP US history. And he would love the other students, and he fucking didn't like me. I just wasn't his vibe. You're not gonna be everyone's vibe.
Do you think I intimidate others? Why or why not?
Hard to tell because I'm not intimidated by you. You're a girl that's slightly taller,
Yeah,
and you're not like mousy and like,
Yeah.
so I don't know if girls are intimidated by that.
Yeah, I speak.
Yeah, you be speaking. So I would say you were intimidating to girls, yes.
Yeah, I think I have gotten that because of my height, but then they're like, and then I started talking to you and you're so nice.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't think you intimidate others because they know you.
So
right?
if someone doesn't know me, it's their first time seeing me.
No, I don't think you're intimidating. Do you want to be intimidating?
I think a man would rather be intimidating.
You're
than
so intimidating.
You haven't seen my dark side. Next question.
What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on?
Makeup.
Yours is VHS tapes.
My vintage toys and collectibles, which include VHS tapes.
Okay, let's go to level 2.
Damn, you've been on level
No,
1?
I deadass forgot there was level.
Let's do the
We go
deepest
3?
level. Yeah.
Here, you got it.
Will you suck my dick? Why does it say that?
Absolutely not.
Oh no, okay, I misread it. What do you think I should know about myself that perhaps I'm unaware of?
That people don't want to suck your dick.
I mean, I've met a few that did.
Sorry to them.
On a real note,
What was the question?
what do you think I should know about myself that perhaps I'm unaware of?
I think we've had our conversations, and although you're very fun to talk to, I think you're very stuck in your ways, even if you're proved wrong.
Okay.
That's what I feel. You'll like go with the conversation, but you're not changing your mind. You're like, that's a good point, but I still believe what I believe.
I disagree that if you prove me wrong, I will change my mind.
You think so?
As for you, what do you think I should know about myself that perhaps I'm unaware of? Maybe that you think about things through a lens of ideals versus reals. You're an idealist as opposed to a realist. And then when I say things that are real to you, you think that it's bad because it doesn't make your feelings feel good.
Can you give me an example?
God, we'd have to talk about a whole bunch of shit until we land on something. Because there's nothing that's coming to my mind right now. Because we were talking about like evolutionary psychology, for example, which that was something which I felt like you felt a certain way about it.
Yeah, that's just science versus ideology and like religion. And I love me some God.
What am I most qualified to give advice about?
Social media.
I mean, that could be it if you
It's
think.
so obvious.
Oh, well, I mean, that could be the thing that I'm most qualified to give advice about.
Yeah, but I just feel like that's underplaying your other qualifications.
So then gas me up.
I don't know.
We can just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
if
don't
it's
know.
not- I was gonna say the obvious one, like how to fuck.
Excuse me? Ryan, bro, please. Advice?
Hey Rhino, how do I please a woman in bed? Let me tell you.
A deep, soulful sigh was just sighed. Oof.
Let me tell you. My most recent girl can barely walk.
Wait, she's in a wheelchair or something?
Yeah, you could barely get up the stairs.
Me? That's what we're not doing. That's what we're not doing.
Based on what you learned about me, does my social media accurately reflect who I am? Why or why not?
You know, that's actually interesting. I already told you, like, I've seen your social media before. And your captions are crazy. Come up with all of them yourself.
I have methods.
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT could never make some shit that funny.
I feel like you have a soft, sensitive side.
I do.
I think that what you portray on your captions is not fully you, but some parts of it is.
I think it's about 50% because my cutesy, poopsy, lovey-dovey, emotional, philosophical side, it just isn't on Instagram. As for you, your Instagram is the full story.
I'm glad I can portray myself as who I am.
That's good. In one word, how would you describe our conversations?
Oh, I love them. They're like deep.
What would make you feel closer to me?
I feel like you're in your phase of having an abundance of options, and it's so good for you. But as for me, I like my person to really just be focused on like making something work within the two of us. And I don't know if I feel
So what would make you feel closer to me?
you didn't have so many.
If I drop my hose.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say that.
Okay, that you can say that. What would make you feel closer to me? Probably something sexual. It would provide this level of vulnerability. It would break down some walls, in my opinion.
Do you see me more as a friend or?
That's hard to say. Like friend, you know, I'm not big on girlfriends. I could never call you a friend. So I don't see you as a friend. How could you be my friend when there's certain levels of attraction at play? In one word, describe how you feel right now.
My brain is kind of fried. It's been a long day.
In one word, I feel normal. I just feel very normal.
Yeah,
Admit
it's
something.
fine.
Wild card. Whoa, don't. talk anymore. Wild card. Admit something.
I miss my dog.
Rest in peace. I feel a deep void in my heart. This might not be reality, but it feels like there's something missing in my heart that I'm trying to fill.
Literally me.
I crave intimacy and connection and love, all these lovey-dovey things. And I don't think that I have gotten that in 2.5 odd years.
Maybe it's because you have, what do you say? Hose?
And well, sometimes I don't go to do I go to the hose looking for that? Maybe sometimes I do, but sometimes I go into it knowing this ain't.
So you want to build with one person because that's what intimacy.
Sure, but I'm looking for whatever's gonna fill that feeling, the void
You
feeling.
say that other people aren't responsible for your happiness or like.
That's true. And that's why I'm saying this so-called void that I feel, which isn't really a real thing. My heart is completely full and it's 100%. It's within me to do that.
What do you feel like you lack? Person? Or is it within you?
I think it boils down to not being satisfied with myself on a large scale. Like I'm not happy with a lot of things about myself. If I was firing on all cylinders, doing everything in my soul and power to accomplish everything and the perfect version of myself or the best version of me, if I was really doing that 24/7, 365, I don't think I'd feel that void. But because I'm not doing things that I know I should and doing things that I know I shouldn't, it creates this disconnect in my head where I'm like, you're not doing what you know you should do. Why are you falling short of this? Why are you behaving in this way? It makes me very unhappy with myself.
Do you think it's like a daily thing, like you're missing steps, like you're not scheduling things and you're missing things that are easily attainable? Or do you think it's on like a larger scale where it's much bigger, like you don't think you'll ever be successful in A, B, C, and D?
I think it's small. I don't think there's a large thing like, I'm just simply incapable of being loved. It's not anything deep like that. I have no childhood trauma. No one beat me.
You might.
No one touched me.
Like childhood trauma doesn't have to be that intense. It could be like you got called bad names on the playground.
I always had motion, even on the playground.
Okay, I bet. No, you did. I remember.
I see what you're saying, and I think there's a lot of people that would benefit from reflecting of their childhood and could bring some answers, whatever. I have none of that. I think that this generation is also addicted to the word trauma and addicted to victimhood. I think that my problems are self-inflicted. I have no one to blame.
So why do you stay in something that doesn't serve you?
I think it's because I lack discipline in certain areas.
But where does that come from?
Myself being a lazy piece of shit.
But why are you lazy?
Probably the same reason that a lot of people are lazy is because being lazy is easier than working hard. I think that comes from just being a homo sapien. My reptile brain, what's easier, eating an ice cream or running 5 miles? Probably the ice cream.
Evolutionary wise, you want to survive.
Correct.
So you would run those 5 miles if you knew your life depended on it.
Facts.
Do you not feel threatened in your lifestyle? If you don't change it, it'll always be there.
I do right now. What I'm talking to you about right now, I have felt for a long time, and it's bubbled up to the point of me being very dissatisfied, and I'm so unhappy that it's forcing me into change. So today I ate healthy and did all my work and stuff and did the things I needed to do. And tomorrow I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna stay on my path.
Time blocking?
I don't do it every day.
I learned something today. I was listening to a podcast and they were saying like basically you should talk about your day when you first wake up with like Noah or another friend. You should send them a voice note and you should basically say in past tense the day you're about to have. So like I am so grateful that I knocked out 2 YouTube videos today. I cleaned my room, did my laundry, I cooked for myself. I feel so healthy, I feel so good. Yeah, it's gonna be a great day. And then you send it to him. It's like an accountability thing. So you do send it every day and you do it every day. And then you feel like it tricks your brain into being like, okay, bet that's what we're actually gonna do today. And then you can even make your time block and schedule those things in. And I bet you'll be the most efficient man ever. It's just a matter of like how bad do you want to change.
There's some quote probably on Instagram like change happens when the pain of staying in the same place outweighs the say it. Can you say
outweighs the pain of basically like your current state.
Change happens when the pain of staying the same outgrows the pain of change.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Someone say that I cooked.
Wait, I wanna get deep. I think my ultimate problem at the moment is that I am so lost in terms of what I want to pursue. You know, I want to pursue content creation. In terms of makeup, I feel like I've had my success. I want to build my community. I just don't know if they're there yet. I grew rapidly, which was great, and I thought that was like you know, such a big blessing, and it is, because like now I get to do it full time, but I don't think I realized that the mental hurdles to like this career is like so lonely. You don't have coworkers. You have to think of everything by yourself. The algorithm is not on your side most times.
Facts.
Until you get to a point where it is. You don't know what people want. Friends aren't the ones supporting you. It's like strangers on the internet, and you can't beg them to continue to like support you.
Please.
Like, please, like my shit, like please.
Please fuck with me.
Like beauty's always been like my passion. I think it's what I'm supposed to do in this life. Like I'm a beauty photographer, that ties in. I do content creation for makeup, that ties in. I'm struggling with the mental part of content creation. There's like not really a fix. I just like want to know my formula and what works and what comes across to my audience as like authentic, because I feel like I do act like how I do on social media. I don't know if it's whether to blame myself or the algorithm, and it bothers me and gets in my head a lot. Like I think I grew the most when I just didn't give a fuck, and then I started making money, and I was like, well, I want to stay genuine to like what I believe, and that's cool. But then I added extra pressure on me to like pump out so much content. Like I'm posting 3 times a day.
Damn, take over my shit. I need some
I
engagement.
want to, and that's how it worked for me, but it's like I'm hitting a wall.
And you feeling burned out. I was most fulfilled and excited, and I'm not even gonna say successful, because you know what does that really mean? When YouTube wasn't my main gig, when YouTube was my secondary thing, I had school was my first and foremost priority, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make my videos for fun on the side, and it'd be my fun passion project.
Right.
I was way more productive. I felt way more excited to do it. And also, when you're not trying, you put more mental stress on yourself when you're trying to, you get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean, because when I worked 7 jobs and last year,
Damn.
I hustled.
I've only ever had 2 jobs.
What a blessing. Like I was hustling my ass off, and I knew I wanted to do photography and content. That's all I wanted to do. And so I made time for it, and it was fun. It was great. And then things started working, and now I get to do it full time. And now I'm not motivated, and I'm stressed out, I'm burnt out.
Yes.
I would find a hobby, but my hobby's makeup.
Yep. I know that feeling.
But then when you're a content creator, everything you do, every move you make, it's like, how can I make this content? And that's also like stressful. It's a mental drain, and I'm trying, cause I'm new to it and cause I want longevity, it's like I need to figure out how the fuck to not stay in this state. And I know we've talked about law of attraction and manifestation, and I feel like when I first started content, it was like fun, and my energy was normal, like positive, like, oh, like something's gonna happen for me, it's gonna be great, and it did. And now, because my energy is like, fuck, it's probably gonna flop. It flops.
And this is basically the thesis of what I was trying to say, which is when you think back to when was it fun, when were you carefree, when were the vibes just vibing?
You're just vibing.
What were these circumstances that you were in? Okay, you weren't taking it as serious. You were whatever situation in your life. And how can you now take that situation where the vibes were good, take some of those factors or things and plop it into your current situation?
Exactly. I think I have a plan. It does require me to amp it up though.
Yeah, when you start thinking too much about something, for example, you played soccer when you were younger. If you're a really good soccer player and you're taking a free kick, you'll kick a better free kick if you're not thinking about it. You already have the muscle memory. You already know what to do. That's why when there's the pressure and the stadium's yelling at you and there's people throwing cans at you and shit, that's when you're like, oh shoot, and you lose the muscle memory, and then you fumble. I'm able to get in those headspaces where I'm making videos. Sometimes it can feel like a job or a chore, but then there are days where I'm like, maybe I'm in my head and I'm like, dude, just let it go, have some fun. And I'm like, all right, stop thinking about what the thing or the views or what's gonna get. And then boom.
I've kind of been contemplating that lately, and I do know what I like to film, and I've been filming it, and I like it. And then I get to the editing process, and I'm like, fuck this shit. I don't get it.
Well, maybe you don't like editing.
I don't.
There you go.
It sucks the fun out of it. You like level 3?
This is level 3, yeah. What do I need to hear right now?
I was gonna say something wild.
Say it. Bet.
What do I need to hear?
What do you need to hear right now? Stop thinking so much. You're a smart person, and smart people oftentimes don't end up being as successful as idiots because dumb people don't think as much.
I had this thought earlier. I was like, ignorance is bliss. I want to start a business, and like in my mind, I know I'm gonna be a millionaire from it. My ignorance is helping me. Once I get into the calculations and shit, I'm gonna be overwhelmed.
Both players share something you're most grateful for in this current moment. I'm grateful that you chose to come here and spend time with me, because time is the most valuable thing we have, and you could have been doing anything, anywhere with anyone, but you're here doing this with me, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
I'm grateful for how we converse, how deep we get on topics, because I feel like a lot of people these days will just like be like, oh yeah, you'll get over it, move on. So I like how you can actually like have depth and understand and like help me in what I'm struggling with or like what I want to talk about whenever we talk. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. No, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you for being you. Thank you for liking me.
You gotta like clutch your pearls when you say that. Thank you.
Thank you. What do you think my weakness is?
Pussy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Honestly, women are my weakness. Can I keep it a bean?
You can keep it a Brussels sprout.
I'll keep it a cucumber. Pause. I'll keep it 1,000. Women are my weakness. You happen to be a woman. You don't understand what it's like to have testosterone, bro.
I don't. Not as high as you. Here's what I think. That men use the excuse of testosterone running your whole life. You're weak in the knees for yussy to the point where it's clouding your judgment crazy.
Yes.
Then you shouldn't run shit. Men shouldn't run shit if they're that easily
Well,
swayed by yussy.
It's the same testosterone that makes a man crave the kitty cat, which is the same type of thing that will make a man run into a burning building to save a family.
Okay, so stay in that profession. Be our warriors.
Women are emotional,
Right.
And it's the same emotionality that will make them an amazing caregiver to
But I
a
think
to a
men are
child.
emotional as well.
Can you let me cook?
I'm sorry.
It's that same emotionality that makes a woman a great mother and caregiver and person to nurture a child and make them feel loved and whatever. And it's that same emotionality that will make a girl flip out and go crazy and key someone's car because he was texting another girl. The genders have these things that are kind of more exclusive to them. Like the genders have their own traits. Good and bad can come of those things. Same with men. Men's testosterone does so many amazing things and helps build the world and helps. They're scaling electrical poles at 4 a.m. because they have testosterone and energy and drive to do shit. But then that's that same testosterone that will make them be a horny pervert on the side of the street and be catcalling people. That's the nature of humans.
What do you think my weakness is?
Your weakness. I don't know. Your emotions.
Is that just like you're saying that because I have estrogen?
No, it's more just like any of your problems stem from your emotions. Would you agree, or what's your biggest weakness?
Overthinking.
Ain't that basically an emotion? Not really. It's more of an act. Overthinking. We can go with that. Overthinking. How would you describe me to a stranger? Hey, you friends with that Rhino guy, right? What's it like hanging out with him?
How much am I allowed to roast you?
Roast me.
I would describe you as a complex man in terms of the way you think and view the world. Sometimes not so positive, but I feel like you're very smart and intellectual, social. I think you're very good at bringing people together, and I hope that you would lead them in a direction that is, good for the masses. Like your Instagram captions, maybe not the best.
You don't like that?
Maybe like funny for like your viewers. I mean, I don't know. I only read a couple. There were only like a couple heinous ones where I was like, oh my God.
That's the point. They make you feel something.
You're in a position of power, and I would hope you lead with like teaching men to respect women, because we love women's rights.
I've said this before, but my pragmatism is misinterpreted for cynicism.
Explain.
Like you said, me not viewing the world positively or some shit you said there.
You lead because of your position. You influence. Influence well. I don't know if you were to say all the things.
There's opinions I don't share to everybody. All in all, you're with a guy in an elevator. Hey, what's it like hanging out with Rhino?
Yeah, it's nice.
That was convincing. What's the coolest part about hanging out with him?
It's really smart. They're really good conversations.
How would I describe you to a stranger? Oh, she's very sweet and mature and very goal-oriented and has a very entrepreneurial spirit, which I respect a lot. Definitely somebody that would make a great business partner, a good friend. Like really, you're super loyal, super, you understand principle and things of that nature. Like, yeah, I think you're a good person.
Now yours being so nice.
Yeah, I'm not a dick like you.
Yours is so kind.
No, you said, we're being honest here.
Oh, I do think you're nice.
That's the end of the video. That's it for the card thing.
Yo guys, real quick, we are dropping these 2 patch sweatsuits on November 27th at 11 a.m. PST. We got the gray color color. We got
Peep
the black
drip.
color.
Peep the drip.
One of my favorite drops, honestly. StrawberryPark.store, mark your calendars.
Fun fact really quick, Kolbi and I actually ended up filming way more that night. And we have a whole nother vlog of her and I asking those deep questions and talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. It's pretty personal stuff where I was opening up and she was being super vulnerable as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of our conversation, more of what we were doing in this video, that extra footage is available to watch right now on our website, mystrawberrypark.com. So if you guys click the link, top of the description, and become a member, you can watch that video along with a bunch of other videos. And there's more vlogs of Kolbi and I on there, a whole bunch of stuff. So if you are a diehard supporter of the channel and you love watching the videos and you want to follow along the journey and really be more a part of what's happening, definitely consider becoming a member. Check out the content.